Hello indie game fan, more updates and releases of interest here, beginning with Floppy Knights 2.0, the latest update to this underrated tactical deck builder, which is the final free update to the game. This developer has been releasing quite a number of updates and improvements to the title, which have made it even better with more content, where this adds new levels, cards, quality of life improvements and more, where I do think that it is still severely overlooked and is worth picking up. Another hidden gem from December is this pixel art open world RPG where it seems kind of like a single player MMO but with more action focused combat, which makes Arcane Vale of interest. Critically, you're free to explore the open world and are able to master a variety of skills like cooking and crafting, RuneScape style, with plenty of enemies to battle, dungeons and tombs to explore and more, and is certainly a title that is flying under the radar. This video is brought to you by Aquatico, an underwater survival city builder that looks great, where the developers are touting a number of new groundbreaking features that should make this very interesting indeed. It is set in an apocalyptic future where the surface of our Earth has become a barren wasteland, which has forced humanity to look to the seas for answers. Water covers more than 70% of our planet, and yet is still one of the most mysterious regions unexplored by men, so it is in this fertile setting in which we find ourselves. You're building an underwater city, gathering and processing resources such that you can build more advanced structures, all in a bid to keep your colony safe in the face of underwater hazards. You're using drones and submarines and advanced underwater diving suits to explore and gather resources, where it looks kind of pleasant to see your units move around in that city building fashion. But of course, the depths hold unknown threats, and you don't want to be swarmed by sharks, for example. There's also supposed to be a vast research tree which allows you to unlock new buildings and technologies, where the developers want to highlight the two-layer construction system in particular. We are both building on the seabed as well as constructing domed structures above, which should be interesting from a city building perspective. If it looks good, do get it with the launch discount at 10% off, or even better, pick up the bundle with the land-based survival city builder Patron, which is from the same publisher, to fulfill all your city building needs. Another title that was released out of early access is We Are The Caretakers, one that looks promising but has not gotten any traction.
We took care of the world because no one else would. We thought we could keep everything safe, protect everything that mattered. And we were wrong.
This is a strategy title with turn-based combat with an ecological theme where you're battling against an alien spaceship while trying to protect endangered creatures, with a neat Afrofuturist setting as well, with a portion of sales of this game going towards saving the rhinos and might be worth a look.
See, murdering living creatures for a tiny piece of horn.
I mentioned the not-so-indie Lost Eidolons when covering the best bigger games of 2022, where they released an update in December which added New Game Plus. Since launch, the developers have added and tweaked many things in the game, including improvements to dialogue and cutscenes, as well as optimizations and bug fixes, where New Game Plus gives you an excuse to play this great tactical RPG once again. I want to give Warsim, the realm of Aslona, a special mention since it did technically release out of early access after more than 5 years, being one of the more unique indie games out there. Evidently, the first thing that you will notice is the ASCII art, where this is a largely text-based title, where you're the ruler of a fantasy kingdom, with the core focus being to keep things running however you choose to do so. There are plenty of random events, locations to visit, decisions to make, and does have plenty of humor as well, being an impressively massive experience that is definitely worth picking up.
Games within a game? Yes, including Snail Racing, Dragon Wench Knight, 4 types of sudden death, self-brawling, insult battles, Thrall's Finger, Grab Talk, Swindle, and many more.
Alright, I'm taking a risk here since the original trailer for this game got the video blocked due to copyrighted music, so I'm hoping that the footage itself doesn't sync the video, with Sailing Era being an impressive looking open world sailing RPG from a Chinese developer. People have been making comparisons to Sid Meier's Pirates and the Uncharted Waters series, where you're the captain of your own ship and are free to sail and explore, recruiting a variety of crew members, purchasing goods to trade, engaging in naval battles, and more. This was a release out of nowhere and has gotten a good amount of traction on its own, so if you love those classics mentioned earlier, definitely check this out for yourself.
Welcome to the surface, employee 3121. Your mission is to... Send the next one. Welcome to the surface. Next. Welcome to the surface, employee 3123. Your mission is to survive long enough to restore power to your base. And if you're still alive, then automate foraging and use the plants you collect to fuel your base.
If you couldn't tell from the opening seconds of this trailer, Eidolons the Dark World does have a healthy dose of dark humor, where this is an action survival factory builder, having been described as one part Don't Starve and one part Factorial, where this title just released out of early access as well. It has a neat art style and oppressive monsters that lurk in the dark, where one particularly interesting aspect is they are able to capture these creatures and then to use them in your automation assembly line, so it's a very interesting and unique take on the factory builder.
I dare say you've done... Send the next one. Hey, whose idea was it to make 3,000 disposable androids? Ridiculous. Bloody androids.
The most successful game on this list is Luck Be a Landlord, one that doesn't look particularly impressive in the visuals department, but it had a unique idea in the roguelite space. Yes, you're indeed playing slots, where the strategy involves placing certain icons onto the machine that synergize well with each other, such that you can maximize your odds of getting the largest payday in order to meet increasing amounts of rent. I've never quite seen a game like this in the indie space since I'm not particularly fond of the one-armed bandits in real life, but it's a supremely well-designed title that has been improved in early access, making the 1.0 release of interest. I just wanted to do a quick update for this grimdark action-adventure title since it got a major update and has been rebranded as an enhanced edition, where the main improvement has been the combat system, which now allows you to gain abilities from defeated bosses, with plenty of other improvements as well. So do give There Is No Light Soul Harvest a try, and you can watch this video for more pixel art titles of 2022.